Right. You are welcome to sales tax part 2 session where we are going to discuss a few exercises. Okay. In exercise, through exercises, I am going to um, explain you. In exercise, is that exercise in alpha sells goods at net price of 150. Right. Alpha, alpha, alpha sells goods at 150 rupees net sales, net selling price. Okay, net selling price 150. Right. Rate of sales tax 16%. Right. Rate of sales 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 tax is 16%. Right. And what is the gross or tax inclusive selling price? What is the gross or tax inclusive, gross or tax inclusive price? What is the tax inclusive price? That's what they are asking. What is the tax inclusive? Right. We can do it. What the question says, Alpha sells his goods at net selling price. Net selling price in the sense, mm, we didn't apply the taxes. So net selling price, number one, net selling price is 150, right? 150, right? Then what is the tax? Sales tax, tax at the rate of 16 percentage. Okay, at the rate of 16 percentage, right? So we need the calculator. 150 into 0.16 is 24. 24 is the uh, selling price. 24 is the tax. It has to be added. 174. 174 is the gross selling price. Gross, we say gross selling price, or tax inclusive price, right? Tax inclusive price or tax inclusive price. This is the question says, right? The question says that Alpha selling the goods at the net sales price of 150, right? The rate of sales tax is 16%, right? Net, what is the, they wanted to work out the what is the gross selling price or tax inclusive price. This is the gross selling price gross selling price or tax inclusive price. Net selling price in the sense the price which does not include the sales tax, right? Net selling price in the sense it does not contain the tax element, sales tax element. So we are adding the sales tax element, takes sales tax, right? So we are recording the sales tax, we are calculating it. So 24 is the sales tax. So we are adding to the selling price, current selling price. So the amount is 174. That is known as the gross selling price or tax inclusive price. Number 2, right? Our number 2 example says, right? Number 2 we can say here, no? Number 2, right? Number 2 says beta sells goods at gross price. Beta sells at the gross price. Gross price. Gross price. Price at the rate of 120. 120. Gross price 120. Gross price. Okay. Price. Okay, gross price. Right? That means tax inclusive price. The rate of sales tax is 16%. The rate of sales tax, the rate of sales tax 16 percentage, right? 16 percentage, right? Then they are asking you to calculate what is the net selling price. Net selling price O, and what is the amount of the sales tax? Sales tax, selling tax, sales tax amount. They are asking you to calculate the gross price, sorry, net selling price and the tax. So here they have given the gross price. Gross price in the sense the price includes the sales tax. This price include the sales tax, gross price or tax inclusive price. So rate of sales tax is 16 percentage, right? So they are asking you net selling price or sales tax, net selling price or sales tax. Net selling price how much and sales tax is how much, right? So this gross selling price equal to 100, right? 100%, right? Okay, this gross selling price equal to 100%. 100%. Okay, then you are adding the 16 percentage, right? So sales tax, this include 100 plus 16 percentage, 116 percentage. This includes sales tax, cost, selling price plus selling price and 16%. Selling price plus selling tax includes. So if we want to get the net selling price, net selling price equal to 120 divided by 116, right, into 100, right, that is equal to how much, right? 120 divided by 116, right, into 100, then 103.45, 103.45 is the net selling price. What is the tax? Selling tax. Tax equal to 120 divided by 116 into 16%. 16, right? So that is 16.55. That is equal to, this is equal to 103.45. This is equal to 16.55. 16.55. Then what is the total? This is the 120. This is equal to 120. This is gross selling price. Gross selling price. Okay, understood? Is there any problem in understanding this one? Right? Right? Is there any problem in understanding? Right? Here, our person says, the question says, gross price is 120, right? 120. Rate of sales tax is 16%. 16%. They says they wanted us to calculate the net selling price. Net selling price. Gross price in the sense that particular price includes the sales tax. So if it is a selling price is 100, net selling price is 100, then we have to add the 16% rate of sales tax. Then 116%. This 120 is equal to 116% of, right? So if I want to get the net selling price, 120 divided by 116 percentage into 100%, that is equal to 103.45. Then if I want to get the selling tax, I have to divide the 125 divided by 116 into 16 percentage, that is 16.55, that is equal to 120. So again we can cross check this amount by, for 120 you can apply 120 into 0.60, sorry, 103 for 0.45 into 0.060. that is 16.55, right? If they want, if it is a net selling price, what is the tax? Into, if you calculated this by 16 percentage, then you will get 16.55. You can cross check whether this is okay. You can apply 16 percentage to this, then you will get this sum. Okay, understand? You can cross check it. Okay, you can cross check the amount. Net selling price is, if it is the net selling price, apply 16 percentage on this, you will arrive at this same price, right? This is a cost. First of all, you have to segregate the gross selling price and net selling price. Gross selling price includes the tax portion, selling tax portion. Net selling price does not include the selling tax portion. Understand? If you keep it in your mind in such a way, it will be easy for you to tackle the accounts, right? And third one is a Gamma sells goods at a gross price. Gross price, he sells gross price. Gross price. Price of 220. 220. He is selling at gross price of 220. The rate of sales tax, rate of rate of selling tax equal to how much? 17.5. 17.5, right? Percentage. Okay. So what is the net selling price? Net selling price. Net selling price. They want to know net selling price, and what is the amount of sales tax? Sales sales tax. Right? Sales tax. Sales tax. What is the sales tax? That's what they want to know. Okay. And we say, first of all, gross selling price, right? Gross, right? It's troubling me, troubling me. Gross selling price equal to 220. Okay, 220, right? Sales tax, sales tax equal to 220 into 38.50. 38.50, right? 258.50. 258.50 is the gross selling price. Net selling price. Sorry. I made a mistake. right? Gross selling price is this. Then what is the selling tax, right? 200 and this is equal to working is 220 divided by 117.15 into 17.5. Okay, right? This is the working for this selling tax, right? 220 divided by 117.5, right, into 17.5, that is 32.76, 32.76, right? Okay, then what is the net selling net selling price, right? What is the net selling price? Sales taxes, then net selling price equal to net selling price equal to 220 divided by 117.5 into 100, right? It is 187.24, 187.24, right? If you say 7 and this is 3, right? Then the total is, right, the total is 220 gross selling price, gross selling price, this is gross selling price. So we have completed the third one also, right? If you want to cross check, right, how you can do it, you can 187.23, right? You have to calculate on this 17.5 into 17.5%, right? 32.7677, right? It's okay. Then it is telling. So we have calculated this section. We have completed 1 2 3. Here these are both the same, 120 gross price, right? So have you understood the how to calculate it? Gross selling price contains the selling tax, net selling price contains no, not contain the selling price. Then you can understand gross price in the sense 100, selling price you have to say 100 plus the sales tax amount, sales tax percentage, that is 117. So 220 divided by 117.5, then sales tax 17.5, then 100 will come. Simple mathematical calculation. Okay, so number 3 also, question number 3 also we have completed. So shall we move to the number 4? So the Next question says exercise. Delta Mr. X purchases and sales for December are given below. Purchases and sales are given below. Right? Purchases and sales. We will say purchases and sales. Right? Given below. Net and sales tax. Net and sales tax. Tax and gross. And gross. Right? Purchases on 400 credit. Purchases on credit. On credit. This is also on credit. Right? So net purchase on credit, net is 432,000 and 75,600 tax. 75,600 is the tax, and 507,600 is the gross amount. Sales on credit 624,000, right? 602, 109.200 and 733 200. Right? These are the amounts given. Now, what is the requirement? The study purchase and sales for December are given below. Record the transactions in the ledger accounts. Record the transactions in the ledger account. Right? Before we are going to the ledger accounts. Right? Before we are going to the ledger account, we have to see what are the double entries for sales tax, right, and sales. Okay, what are the double entries for sales tax and sales and purchases and purchase tax, right? If it is a, we'll say, credit purchase, if you treatment for sales tax, right, accounting treatment for sales tax, right, sales, credit sales, sales with sales tax, right, accounting treatment for sales with sales tax, right? Okay, now you will make a sales cash account or debtors account debit, right? Cash or debtors account is debited, right, debited. Understood? The full amount, right, this contains the full amount, right, entire amount, right? Entire amount, debit, right? Where do you do the credit? Sales. Sales account credit and sales tax account tax. Sales tax account credit account credit. Here you will take the which one? Net sales. Net sales. Here we will say the tax amount. Sales tax. Right? Sales tax. This is net sales. This is the sales tax amount. Right? This is for the sales with the accounting treatment for sales with sales tax accounting treatment. 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 Right? Second one is a purchase with tax. Say purchase tax. Purchases with tax. Sales. Okay. Right? Then you will say purchases debit debit, right? Sales tax account debit, debit. This is a net purchases, right? This is net purchases. Net purchase. Right? This is tax amount. Right? Creditor, it's a trade creditors or cash. Cash or trade creditors is cash, cash or trade. Uncredited. Entire amount. Entire amount. Entire amount or whole amount or full amount. This is the accounting treatment, right? If you know this, then it is easy for you. Accounting treatment says sales with sales tax. Sales tax. Tax. Okay, sales tax. Then cash or debtors account will be debited. Whole amount, the sales amount, the whole sales account amount has to be debited to the cash or debit amount. That means the whole sales price, in the sense we say here they are saying the whole selling price 120 or 174. This is the whole gross selling price. Gross selling price has to brought to the debitor. Selling price, sales account credited with the net selling price 150 for account 150, and credited to the tax 24, which is sales tax. Out, we used to say output tax or input tax. This we say output tax. This is we used to say input tax. Input tax. This is output, because going with the sales, that's what we used to say sales tax output. This is purchasers input tax, right? So whatever going out for which we are charging taxes, that is output tax. For whatever tax we have been charged for the goods or services, whatever goods or services coming inside our organization is called output tax, determined as output tax, right? So you can sales with the sales tax, and this is the output tax amount, right? In the purchases, with the purchase also we have the tax element, because our seller is a sales, he is doing the sales, right? He is charging the VAT, selling tax, sales tax, right? The purchase account debit net value, net purchase value, right? Purchases account value, net purchases, net amount, right? Sales tax account debited with the tax portion, and cash or trade creditors account, the total amount, entire amount, that means gross amount, will be taken to the. So for this we can do the one sum, where we can understand very easily. Okay, for that only we have mentioned this, right? Here they says, here number 4, this is the number 4, right? This is the number 4. Here they says, we have summarized the question, right? Okay, this is the question. Okay, this says purchases on credit basis, right? Sales on credit basis, right? Net sales and sales tax. Net sales is given, sales tax is given, gross sales also given, gross sales, sales are given. Now what they want us to do is record the transactions in ledger accounts, record the transactions in ledger accounts, right? So here we have purchases, sales, okay, and debtors, creditors, and cash account. All accounts should be opened here, right? First of all, we open a purchase account, right? Purchases account. And next one is sales account, right? This is purchases, right? We say purchases, sales, cash account, right? Cash account, cash, debtors, creditors, and sales tax, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 accounts we have. Okay, 6 accounts we have chosen to open. Then this one we used to say purchase. This is sales. Okay, so this is creditor, trade, trade, data. This is cash, right? Cash is not needed, I think. Cash not involved here, right? So we can say this is the, we can allocate this one. Sales tax. Sales tax. Okay. Sales tax for that. Okay. Sales tax. So what is the very first question says? Purchases net amount 432,000, right? 432,000 is the net amount. We had to pay, put 432,000 instead debited, right? And credited to debtor, creditors, right? Gross amount has to be credited. Purchase account, gross amount credited 507,600. That is, this is go to purchases, right? This is go to creditor, and sales tax how much? 75,600. This debited. So 75,600 is debited. Saying purchases. Have you understood the how we did it? Right here Have you understood? Here we did like this, right? Net sales, net purchases only come to the purchase account. Net amount will come to the purchase and sales account. Sales tax amount will go to the sales account. Gross amount will go to the debtors and creditors. Right? The purchases account goes to 400, net amount 432,600. 600. Okay. 1,600. And trade creditor gross amount 407,600. That okay. And tax account debited to 75,600. Add these two, right? This is 0. And if you add these two, it will should be equal to this one. Okay, understood. Okay. And purchase account debit 432, sales tax sales tax account debit 75,600. This goes to the trade creditors 507,600. Similarly, for sales also, sales account net amount will go to the debtors account, trade debtors account. Sorry, uh, selling side, right? Sales will go to 624. 624,000. 624,000. Right? 624,000. Right? Whereas they says sales tax is 104,200. Sales tax is credited. 104,000. 104,200. Right? This comes to 104,200. 104,200. 104,200. Then gross amount go to the debtors account debit 733 and 200. That is sales and tax. Here you say sales, you say sorry debtors, here you say debtors. Debtors, right? This is the debtors. This is balancing sales, right? The sales is credit sales in the sense net amount of the sales should go to the sales account 624 net amount, right? 624,000, right? 620, right? Purchase account goes to here net amount 600, and selling tax go to the credit to 104 200, and gross amount of the sales comes to the debtors account. Gross amount. If you add these two, it should tally with this. If we add the sales account plus sales tax, it should equal to the trade debtors. Likewise, purchases plus sales tax, you had to, it should equal to the trade creditors. Understood? Here, the difference is the payable. 104.200, 104.200, then 400, 40, carried down. Not 4, 30,400. This is the amount you had to pay for the tax authorities or uh, s- state government. This is the amount, not this amount. This is the amount. This is called input tax purchases. Any input taxes comes to the debit side is the input tax. Anything coming to the credit side is the output taxes. Sales is the output tax. Right? This is the amount we have to pay finally, not the taxes charged on the sales. Right? Taxes charged on the sales. You have to deduct the input tax also. The tax. So ledger accounts, right? This is the ledger account. This is carried down 624,000. If they asked you the to prepare the ledger accounts, you had to balance it, right? You cannot open and keep it. 624,000. Brought forward, balance brought forward 624,000. Right. Here also like that. Carried down 733,200. Right. 733,200. Here 733,200. Balance brought forward 733,200. Purchases go to the trading account. Say this is also going to the sales account. Sorry, I thought that is a purchase, right? 507 balance brought forward. This go to the trading account. This is go to the trading account. Right. Right. Should slide that. Okay. So completed. We have presented the ledger account, purchase account, sales account, trade creditor, trade debtor, sales tax. Okay. So I think you would have okay with this sales taxes. So I am concluding my today's lecture, and I hope to see you in next lectures. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you. See you in next class.